Hi guys, and welcome to the Gabe and Bruce Show.
Take him from the yard.
And welcome. Today, we're going to be reacting to, let's see, 3 scary true Home Alone stories, Volume 1. This is by Ripshy. Premises, guys, it's like, it's a horror story. I used to react to some Mr. Nightmare. I don't really do that as much anymore because of reasons. I don't want to get copyright. I mean, I haven't got one down in a while. I got that shit over with, but that was on my old channel. I don't have that one anymore. This is the new one. That one, I don't know what happened to it. Something happened. I know it wasn't terminated. I didn't get any other copyright strikes on that shit. It was just, makes no sense. Either ways, it's 3 true Home Alone stories, Volume 1 by Ripshy. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but go check them out. Link to the original videos is going to be down below. Also, guys, please go follow me on Twitch. We will be posting a lot of gameplays on Twitch. You can go to my Twitch by going to my channel page and just doing all the above. But either way, before we get this video started, please don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the notification bell to always be notified of any new uploads we upload to the channel. Either way, please, we want to get to, our mark for this channel is we're trying to get to 100 subscribers. Well, 100 is the start. We're already at 81, guys, so show some support. Also, guys, please go check out my other videos I posted for reacting. I reacted to some Brandon Rogers, I also reacted to some scary videos for you guys, so hope you guys enjoy it. I did an animated little thing over there. Like I said, on this channel we do gameplays that I mostly record my gameplays on Twitch, and then I put them on here on this channel for you guys. So yeah, but we used to do skits. We still do them. It's just rarely, like right now, because we got the gameplays. We got the motherfucking reactions. Man, we got them live streams, but I do TikToks as well. Please go follow me on TikTok as well. Also, in the channel description, y'all can find my TikTok there. Either way, yeah. Also, we want to get to 50 likes on this video, so if you guys would do that, also leave a comment down below what video you guys want me to react to next, whether it's scary or funny. I will do it. Anyways, let's go. In 3, 2, 1.
This all went down in the summer of my 8th grade year. I was on my way to finally becoming a high schooler, and it was legit one of the best summers of my life. I had 2.5 months of no school until I was officially in high school. I used my time up mostly by playing video games, sleeping, or playing basketball with my friends. I was actually home alone for a whole entire week, and my parents thought I could hold down the fort. I was a relatively good kid and they trusted me, so to us as a family it wasn't really that big of a deal. Besides, I had his cell phone, so if anything were to go wrong, I would have a way of calling someone for help.
Yeah, true. That's very
My dad also gave me access to one of his credit cards in case I were to get hungry and didn't want to eat what we had at the house. Really, I was stoked about having the house to myself.
Yeah, man, having the house to yourself is wonders. But it's also this kind of why these stories happen is the fact when you're home alone, Most people that are home alone are mostly 14 or 15. Being the fact he said he's about to be in high school or something like that, I think that's what he said. He's more than likely 15 or 14. Then again, I didn't get into high school until I was 15. That was my freshman year.
Young master, your lunch is ready whenever you'd like to eat. Thank you. I'll be right there.
And then once I turned 16,
Beautifully.
I'm 17 now and I'm in my sophomore year, so I can understand where he's coming from.
I've had people tell me that it was pretty messed up of my family to leave me alone for that amount of time, especially considering I was barely 14 years old. I don't really think so, though. They didn't expect anything bad to happen, and neither did I.
True.
It was a rare occasion as well that they were gone for so long. This wasn't something they did often. As a matter of fact, I still live with my parents now, and I'm 19 years old now. And ever since that day, everything went down. I haven't been home alone for more than 24 hours at a time. It was a Friday night around 11 p.m. when I heard my phone go off. I received a text message from an unknown number, and all it said was, "Hey." I messaged them back and I asked who they were, and
Okay, who the fuck calls a person in the middle of the night at 11 p.m. with the number unknown, motherfucker? That's a red flag in my fucking mind. Like, fuck that.
they immediately became passive aggressive and were upset with me for not knowing who it was. I apologized to them, thinking it was someone I was close with. I did just get a new phone a few months prior and I lost all my contacts.
True.
So I explained that to them and they still seemed pretty upset. They started harassing me and I ended up thinking that they were just pranking me, so I turned my phone on silent and continued playing my PlayStation. I'm not sure how long after, probably around 10 minutes or so, I would say. I heard a knock on my bedroom window.
What the
I thought I was just hearing shit at first.
What the fuck? Okay, no, it just goes from passive aggressive to a kick in the ass. Who the fuck is this son of a bitch that texts this motherfucker? Is it somebody that he fucked with recently? Or might have accidentally pissed off somehow recently? That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Is what random motherfucker knows your phone number and you somehow accidentally might have pissed them off to the point they come to fuck with you.
But I still decided to check and see who was out there just in case. I moved my blinds over to the side and I looked out the window, but I didn't see anyone. I wasn't convinced though. I knew I heard a knock and I was starting to become very paranoid. I looked through some of the windows throughout my house to see if I could spot anyone, but again, there was nobody. I can't deny the eeriness though.
Yeah,
It
it's
felt
pretty
as
eerie
something
as
was
hell,
about to
I'll tell you
happen,
that as well.
like something really, really bad. I took my phone out to call my mom and I had a bunch of notifications from that person that was texting me from earlier on. The most recent message said, "I'm here." I couldn't believe what I was reading, and it made my nightmares and everything I was feeling come to life.
Well, shit.
I went to call my mom, and very quickly I realized my phone wasn't picking up any service, which was extremely unusual. I have really good cell phone connection, as does my whole family, especially at home. Like, we never run into issues with that. It was at this point I was literally terrified and I had no clue what to do. I had no way of contacting anyone, and I knew I was absolutely screwed.
No shit.
I wanted to message that person back and tell them to leave me alone, but obviously I couldn't, considering I had no service.
Butt fucked.
If you're wondering why I didn't use my Wi-Fi to send an iMessage, it's because the person texting me wasn't on an iOS device. I was pacing back and forth in my living room when all of a sudden I heard some noises coming from outside. I ran to the direction of which I heard the noise, which was toward the back patio, and I listened. Someone was screaming for help at the top of their lungs, over and over. My heart began thumping out of my chest, and my initial reaction was that it was a setup.
Yeah.
But me, being the kind of person I am, and considering I took boxing classes for years, and knew
It's a secret. For now. Today sure was a long day. Still though, at least it was a good one. What's this?
Sorry about that, guys. It was it was my sister. She came by to say hello and all that shit. Other than that, let's continue.
How to fight. I wanted to stick up for myself and for whoever was potentially being hurt. I'm not going to lie, I was really wanting to beat the crap out of whoever was harassing me. Plus, I knew if I didn't do something now that something bad was likely to happen anyway, so I did the unthinkable. I walked outside to my back patio and it was silent. The only thing I could hear were the crickets chirping. I waited for a second until I yelled, "Hey, who's there?" "Hey, don't mess with me, man. You don't want to start something you can't finish," I said. Almost right after that, there was an extremely bright light flashing at me from afar. Our house sits on quite a bit of land and we have a huge backyard with tons and tons of trees. Whoever it was pointing the light at me, clearly trying to piss me off.
Oh, you know what they're about to get? A swift kick in the ass. The fuck you shining a light in my face to piss me off? You are asking for a swift kick in your motherfucking ass, you creepy bitch. What the fuck are you doing? Kick his ass!
The light then began moving all around towards my direction, at the house for a minute, then it turned off.
What the fuck?
Within an instant, the screaming picked back up again. It was the same voice, pleading for help. I knew it was now or never. I ran back inside and into the garage and grabbed my old baseball bat as a weapon, and I made...
Motherfucker, I would've grabbed a goddamn gun. The fuck I'm grabbing a fucking baseball bat? Fuck that shit. The fuck we grabbing a... What the fuck is a baseball bat gonna do? The motherfucker could have a knife. Then again, baseball bat is bigger than a fucking knife. But a gun does more. Then again, people say using a fucking gun is the pussy way. I don't give a fuck.
made my way back outside towards the woods, heading directly where I first saw the flashlight. My heart was fluttering at this point, as I wasn't sure what to expect. As I got closer and closer, my anxiety about doubled.
Challenge, motherfucker.
I couldn't believe that I was in this situation, and I had a sudden realization that what I was doing was pretty stupid.
No shit.
Right when I was about to turn around to go back inside, somebody from the woods that I couldn't see said something to me. "Hey, over here, man." It was so dark that I couldn't see him or anything barely for that matter. All I could see were the dark silhouettes of all the trees around me. "Who's there?" I asked. That was when the voice ahead of me whispered and told me to quiet down. He asked me to help him, and he said he was tied up to a tree and that someone had kidnapped him. Obviously, this alarmed me to the extreme. However, despite me thinking it was possibly a setup, I went with my gut feeling of helping this guy. "Hey, it's going to be okay, man. Just calm down. I'm going to call the police for you. Just hang tight." That's when he started yelling at me, basically. "No, help me right now. You don't understand. He's going to come back in a few minutes and kill me," he said. I was in a really bad situation, as I just wanted to do the right thing. "Okay, I'm coming. Where are you?" I asked. "I'm just right ahead. Just keep walking straight. I can already see you." My heart was beating at an incomprehensible rate now. Even much so that I'm surprised I didn't pass out. All the things that were crossing my mind set me into a panic, and I was fully into the woods at this point. I looked ahead after walking for maybe 20 or 30 seconds, and I saw a dark shadow that looked like a person, maybe about 30 feet away.
Oh, fuck.
"Hey man, is that you?" I asked. But he didn't reply. I sat in silence for a moment while I tried to piece together what the hell was happening. If that was him, or even if it wasn't him, I was in some deep shit. Because the man I was looking at definitely wasn't tied up to a tree. He was standing up straight and very much alive. In only a moment worth of time, the
Better start fucking running, mate. A bat ain't worth shit. Bringing the bat don't do shit. Gun, maybe, but still with the gun, I will run like a bitch. Fuck all the manlyhood in me. Fuck that. My gut instinct tells me to run like a bitch. My gut is telling me in this moment, it ain't worth shit to stay the fuck put. No matter what the fuck you have that's superior to this person. Because if your gut feeling is telling you this fucker has something or knows something you don't, you should start fucking running. Believe in your gut feeling. Even if they are tied to a tree. If you get the feeling and you feel like you're seeing they ain't tied to shit, or they ain't in the scenario they told you they were in, just fucking skedaddle, cause fuck that shit. That's where the music that is called "Fuck This Shit I'm Out," fuck this shit I'm out, should be playing right now in your fucking head, telling you to fuck off real fucking quick and fast.
The person started running at me. It was at that exact moment I started backing up, and slowly I eventually snapped out of it, and I booked it all the way to my house. Somehow I made it inside before he caught up to me. I shut and locked the sliding glass door behind me, and he was standing right there pulling on the door trying to get it open. He was a very tall but slender looking man with a wolf mask on and one big ass hammer.
What the fuck?
I barely hesitated and I ran to my room. I know what you're thinking right now too. Why didn't I just defend myself with the bat? Well, originally that was my plan, but shit happens. I don't know, I was absolutely terrified.
There's nothing to be ashamed of, mate. I would run like a little bitch, depending on no matter what weapon I had, that would have worked in this scenario. If you feel like you ain't standing a fucking chance, or you scared for shit like this, that just tells you the reason why you're scared is probably the reason why you just saved your own ass. Because you might have just did the right thing, pal. You were that scared.
And you would be too if you were in that
It must have told you he known something you fucking didn't.
same situation. I was pacing back and forth in my living room, trying my luck with my phone again, but still, I had no service. I started having some sort of manic episode, and I began screaming and punching my couch. I was extremely angry, and I was sick of being the victim. I about ran out there and beat him myself, but I chose a different approach. I waited patiently, and sure enough, after only a minute, he was knocking on my front door. I ran over to the door, and I told him, "Come on in, man, see what happens. If you step even a single foot in my house, you won't be walking out if you do, that's for sure." He then started laughing. I just kept quiet and I went back to my room. The knocking grew louder and louder, and eventually he started screaming. I had no idea what he was saying, but I think he was mocking me. A few minutes went by of this, and that's when I heard my living room window shatter.
Motherfucker, I would have grabbed the gun. You gotta have a gun in your house. Every family has a fucking gun in their house. Or some sort of weapon other than a motherfucking bat. Because a bat don't do shit. To fucking armed people, motherfuckers. And people think it does, it don't do shit unless you're a fucking baseball.
Got myself ready and I hid behind my open bedroom door, just waiting for him to walk in. The footsteps got closer and closer as he walked into a few different rooms. Now he was heading to mine. I gripped the bat tighter and said a little prayer. He walked in and I was able to hit him in the head with the bat, and he fell straight to the ground. I hit him a few times while he was down as well to make sure he wasn't getting back up anytime soon, and I ran down the road about 5 or 6 miles to my friend's house, and when I finally got them to answer the door, I briefly explained what happened, and they let me use their phone to call the police. A few police officers were sent to my house, and a few officers to my friend's house as well. I then called my parents and they rushed home. They were over 2 hours away though, so it was going to be a while before they made it back. I told the police exactly what happened, and it turned out I had killed him. I didn't know if he was dead or not until the police officer told me. I was worried I was going to be in trouble even though I didn't do anything illegal. It was self-defense. The police took me in for questioning, and since I was a minor at the time, they had to bring my parents in as well. Yes, I killed a man as a teenager, and everything about it has completely changed my life. I've been numb, I've been scared, and I've been anxious. I can't tell you how many nightmares I've had about this whole thing. It's all over now, and this was years ago. Sometimes it feels like it only happened yesterday, and I relive the whole thing. All of the blood, the screaming, and more importantly, my innocence.
EVE to me is basically freedom. It's a giant open universe where you can do whatever you want. You can have really relaxed, slow-paced stuff where you can take it easy, or you can.
About 10 years ago, when I was 15 years old, one of my favorite things to do was have sleepovers with my friends. I would usually go to their house because my family wasn't very welcoming, and as much as I hate to say it, I was kind of embarrassed by them. This time in particular, it was a Saturday night, and I was staying at my friend Chase's house. Chase's parents were rich and had a really beautiful home, and I just loved being there. Whenever I was over there, we would do just about everything. His dad had a man cave in the basement with a 65 or so inch TV, a pool table, a foosball table, and even a hot tub. Seriously, I had some of the best times of my childhood over there, and Chase and I are still great friends even to this day. However, not everything is sunshine and rainbows. We went through some seriously crazy shit together. It was around 8 o'clock and we were just doing our usual thing, hanging out in the basement and goofing off, when all of a sudden Chase's dad came down the stairs to inform us that him and Chase's mom had to leave, and that they won't be back until late that night. Like 4 o'clock in the morning late.
But why though? The fuck are you going, dick?
We'd probably still be up by then because usually we pulled all-nighters on the weekends, so we didn't really mind that they were leaving. Besides, they had a family emergency situation thing going on, and it was really important, so they left. As a matter of fact, when his parents left, we kind of got into a manic hyper mood. Probably because we had the house to ourselves and we knew there were no parents around to supervise us. That fun was short-lived though. No, we weren't completely alone obviously because we had each other, but we were alone together. You get what I mean. When his parents left, we went upstairs and grabbed some snacks and pigged out on everything we could find. We went back downstairs and continued playing this one dirt bike racing game that we loved until we got bored. After that, we just hung out on our phones watching Vine and just letting loose. Chase put some random horror movie on, and eventually, I think he started to...
Motherfucker. Better be some Freddy Krueger shit, cause if there's anything else that's gonna scare the living shit out of me, I will fight you, motherfucker.
drift off to sleep. Sometimes I would have a bit of anxiety when I would stay at any of my friends' houses. Like, I would get homesick and stuff. Usually I would tough through it obviously, and it wasn't something I would talk about much to anyone because it was embarrassing. But I started to feel this dread-like feeling in my chest, and it was worse than the usual feeling I would get. I thought I was overreacting, so I lied back down and I went back on my phone until I slowly started to doze off. I swear, within minutes of dozing off, I woke up to the sound of a door opening slowly. It was the laundry room door in the basement.
The hell?
I peeked over the couch and what I saw was absolutely terrifying. The door was wide open. It just looked like a black abyss of pure darkness in there. I couldn't see anything at all. I wanted to believe that my mind might have been playing tricks on me or that I was dreaming, but deep down I knew what I saw and what I heard was 100% real. I was really on the edge of my seat now and I decided to wake Chase up. Chase, hey bro, wake up. He seemed to have heard me sort of because he moved and made a noise, but you could tell he was still sleeping for the most part. He had no awareness or any clue I was talking to him. I literally had to go up to him and grab him to wake him up. I told him what happened and he told me to relax and go back to sleep and that it happens all the time. That made me feel better, but at the same time, not really. I told him I wasn't comfortable sleeping down there with that door wide open, especially after it magically opened by itself. It was just very unsettling. We both got up and walked over there and shut the door ourselves, and we laid back down. Chase was back to sleep within minutes, and here we were at square one again. I don't know how, but I managed to fall back asleep, and I was able to convince myself that there was nothing to worry about. I have no other way to explain this other than bluntly saying I awoke again, but this time it wasn't from a door creaking. There was a man staring and standing right above Chase and I from behind the couch.
Oh, hell no! The fuck no. No. We kicked this man's ass. Or we start screaming like little bitches, even though it's probably not going to do anything because his parents just said they weren't going to get back home until real late. So you were just fucked if you started screaming like a little bitch. But anything goes. But shit, what? That y'all said this shit was normal, motherfucker. Then why the fuck is there a dude in your fucking house? That's probably why the door opened. This motherfucker must have been living in your house and y'all are just dumbasses and oblivious to the fact that he hasn't fucked y'all. Because no one goes in the goddamn basement. What the fuck?
When I tell you I screamed at the top of my lungs, I mean it's probably not possible for any human to be louder than I was at that exact moment. Chase woke up immediately and saw the man too. We were both frozen in fear. This man had this disturbing, disconnected look on his face, and he looked very ill. We both ran, but in order to do that, we had to get past him. There were only 2 exits. One being the staircase that led upstairs and out the front door outside, or the downstairs patio sliding door. In a panic, we split up, but we managed to get away from him. Or I did at least. I ran outside and Chase ran upstairs. The creepy man followed Chase rather than me, and when I got outside, I caught my breath and I called the police, and then I hung up after I told them the address and that there was a break-in. I had to make sure Chase was okay, that's all I cared about. I made my way back inside from the same door I used to get outside, and it was quiet.
Motherfucker, you better grab a goddamn knife if you're going back inside, bitch. Stab this motherfucker in his ass. Right in the anus hole. Right in there.
Way too quiet. I started to get this queasy feeling again, but I knew I had to find Chase. I started heading up the stairs all while trying to be as quiet as possible, but
You didn't grab a fucking knife, motherfucker? I don't give a shit what age I is. I'm grabbing a fucking knife. Cause that's the smart thing to do. Even dumbass childs who are in this situation know to grab a fucking weapon. Cause they ain't that stupid. You are the dumbest fuck I have ever heard of, you fucking idiot. Why didn't you grab some sort of weapon? It doesn't have to be a knife, it could be a fucking lamp.
the steps were making a slight creaking sound with just about every step I took. Then, that's when I heard it. I'll never forget the scream. Chase let out this horrific scream and he was begging for help for like a full minute straight, all the way until I finally made it to him upstairs. The man was holding him up by his neck and choking him, attempting to kill him. I grabbed one of Chase's sports trophies and went behind the man and I struck him in the head with it and he fell down immediately. We took that opportunity to run outside and we hid in Chase's treehouse that his dad built for him until the cops arrived. When the police finally made it, the man was gone and there was no sight of him at all. He was an older man, probably close to his 50s, had medium-length gray hair and was average height. We told the police what he looked like, but it never really helped anything because he's still out there most likely, and it's hard for any of us to accept that.
Some gates are better left unopened. Not all can stand against what lies within.
Before I moved to Indiana with my girlfriend, I lived with my dad on a ranch in the middle of nowhere in a small town called Hartville in Wyoming. Seriously, the town had maybe 50 people in it total. It was really that small. A measly 25% of the population alone was probably my own family. I have 3 brothers, 1 sister, and, well, of course, my dad. My mom passed away from heart disease when I was young, and it really sucked. It really sucks not having her around, as she truly made everything in my life so much better, in all of our lives. I had some aunts and uncles.
That's sad, pal. I feel sorry for you. Damn.
And 1 cousin as well that lived near us. I was going to miss them all, but it was time for me to live my own life. After all, I was 20 years old, and I had dreams of the city life, and I always wanted to be a veterinarian. My girlfriend at the time, now wife, and I are very close, and we have been since we met. What started out as a long-distance relationship quickly turned into an 8-year marriage so far and still going strong. The first few weeks in Indiana was amazing. Apart from missing my family back home, it really felt like everything was coming together, and I was unbelievably happy to say the least. My wife recently just moved into her own house, and I moved in with her. She also kind of lived in the country, but barely. It was nowhere near as desolated as my old house was in Wyoming. We were only 5 minutes from the nearest city in Indiana, if that. In Wyoming, my family and I were literally at least 30 minutes away from any store at all. Now, with all the good things that were going on in my life, there was a bit of a problem. You see, the house in Indiana had a long history of sketchy and weirdly horrific horrors and rumors about it. Some of them were true and not just rumors, but some of them were just flat out fake as hell, and I knew they weren't true. However, before Leslie, my wife, moved into the house, it had been broken into at least 3 or 4 times, all in the time span of 20 years. We only knew about this because of our neighbors, and we definitely believed them. We had no reason not to. Plus, besides that, Leslie told me about how she would see this guy in the property before I moved in, at least 3 different times that she was sure of. She had no idea who the guy was, though. He only came around during the day. Every time he showed up, apparently, he would stare from the end of the road and then slowly make his way up to the house.
Oh, and once he's on my property, I shoot the motherfucker. I have every right. As long as you're on my property, I have every right to shoot you in the ass. Get the fuck off my property. If I don't know you, you don't have any right to come on my goddamn property. Walking up suspiciously like that, fucking doing that. It's one thing to come up and, knock on the door, say, "Hey, I'm your neighbor." But if this motherfucker doesn't look like a neighbor or any kind person, he's just standing there, looking at your house fucking suspiciously, and then has the gall to walk up to your fucking house door, or whatever the fuck he's about to do, you shoot him in the ass, or you kick the living shit out of him. And you tell him, fuck the right the fuck, you have option A. You can walk your skinny ass or fat ass, depending on what he looks like, the fuck off my property. Or you can B, get the ever-loving shit beat out of you, or get shot in the ass. Oh, you'll fucking survive if you get shot in the ass. But it will fucking teach you. You fuck with me, I fuck with you. And you will fucking die. It may have been your ass that time, but it will be your fucking entire everything the next time you fuck with me. Seriously, all it takes is that one motherfucker that you fuck with, and it's the wrong fucker. You don't want that. Nobody wants that, but people don't fucking get it. The only way they're gonna fucking get that shit in their brains is when they get fucking shot in the ass or beat the living shit out of. By a blunt fucking object. And by the wrong motherfucker they fucked with. Then they learn, this shit ain't for me. Premise.
And up to the window in the kitchen or the dining room and glare inside the house. Every time this happened, Leslie called the police, but they never caught him. He would always be gone by the time the cops made it there. Most of the people who live in rural areas are nice and really sweet old people, or just middle-aged parents with a family. But every once in a while, you'll run into a real whack job. The country is a good place to lay low, and unfortunately, there definitely is a place for everybody. A lot of lowlifes, aka sex offenders or druggies, will live out there to try and stay low-key and under the radar from the police, or just people in general. I, of course, was very concerned about this guy, and Leslie was deeply terrified of him, understandably. I obviously wasn't scared, but definitely worried. You never know what someone is capable of. Anyways, we would be okay because I had a pump-action shotgun along with a .45 handgun and a revolver. And even at that, I had my fair share collection of knives and daggers. I reassured Leslie that everything was going to be okay.
I suppose that'll have to keep a close eye on you too, huh? I won't run away. Where would I go?
1 second, guys.
My idea of trying to get closer ended up with me literally falling on top of him. That's a deeper frown than before. I have to step it up to be more reliable and mature like a proper maid. Young master, if you continue watching over me like this, won't you get bored of seeing me all the time? Yes, that was a pretty mature response, right? It's painfully obvious you want me to adore you so you can get away with hiding your secrets. No, I don't. And we're back to square one. Even when you're working, somehow you always seem to find a way to be beautiful, Lily. So no matter what it is you're doing, I could never get bored of watching you. I could spend hours and hours doing it. It's like I thought. I'll spend my whole life watching you. change of pace. Playing games is sure to bring us closer together. This has to work. Okay. This will be a lot of fun, young master. Just the two of us alone. Okay. That was definitely a more mature and responsible invitation, right? Even more fun than usual? Huh? It's just ever since you got here, I'm always having fun. To be honest, I think you're just fun to be around in general. Wait, huh? This is some sort of trap, isn't it? Not this. You just enjoy making me suspicious of you. That's your plan. No. Oh dear. It seems he's confused himself with his own logic. What does that even mean? That's what I'm saying. Well, I think we can clear things up if we play a game together. We can play your favorite one if you like. My favorite? It's settled then. It's your turn to move. All right. Young master? I just remembered. This is the one and only game my father taught me. My parents were very kind people, but they were just always too busy. I rarely saw them, and they weren't at home all that much. But still, whenever I could spend time with them, it made me really happy. I told you no. But Mama, I said I want to play with Father right now. Oh, Yuri. Your father is home, but he has a lot of work to do, so we really shouldn't be getting in his way. Here's an idea. Why don't you and I spend time together? We could even make pudding just the way you and your father like it. How's that sound? Father told me that you don't really know how to cook and that everything just tastes bad. How did he know? I'm gonna go in there and make the best pudding he's ever tasted, and we'll see who's the bad cook in this house. And remember, please don't bother your father. He's extremely busy. Yuri. I really hope my Yuri's behaving himself up there. King. King. That's the night. That's the night. Pawn. Pawn. Yuri, this piece is a pawn, not pawn, so try again. Pawn. Good job. You got it. You're like the king, Father. That means the queen must be your mother. And you know the queen is the strongest piece on the whole chessboard. Even stronger than the king? Yes, sir. Stronger than the king. Whoa. So does that mean if Mama's the queen, she's stronger than us? Guess you could say that. Yuri! I thought I told you not to come in here. I know. But I just wanted to play games with Father. I'm so sorry. It's quite all right, Shiho. He disobeyed, but he did say he's sorry. You can't keep spoiling Yuri. Honey, he needs to understand there are rules. I'm sorry, too. But it's fine this time. Guess what? While you were cooking, Father taught me about chess and the names of all pieces. And right before you came in here, he also told me you're like the queen. Shiho, we were talking about how majestically beautiful you are. Aw, that's so sweet of you two. Oh, by the way, was there something that you needed from us, dear? Yes. I just made pudding and some tea, so why don't you both come down? I'm hungry, so let's go. We only played chess a couple times after that, but it was fun. We always had fun. Listen, I'm here now. I promise we can play chess whenever you want to. Lilith. Don't underestimate me, because
Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Got some food. Skibbity bottom bottom.
Well, one night around 10:30, give or take, we were hanging out in the living room watching a movie, and we were both half asleep. Shockingly, we both wake up to a knock on our front door.
What the fuck?
It was extremely loud and completely out of the blue, so it jump scared the living heck out of us. I jumped up and ran to our room, and I grabbed my shotgun out of the closet before anything, and I was about ready to lose my cool. I looked out of the blinds first to make sure it was someone we didn't know. We both got a good look at the man, and Leslie confirmed it was the same stranger who had been showing up to the house unannounced time and time again. He hadn't seen either of us yet at this point.
So, guys, the real question I'm asking here is, why the fuck does this motherfucker keep coming? What the fuck? Doesn't he get to hint the fuck off? Because he's about to get his ass handed him. This guy just literally said that he has a pump action shotgun that he will willingly use. Because when he says he has a pump action shotgun, he's saying it because he literally is telling you he's willing to shoot a motherfucker if they keep pulling this shit. I drink this shit a day. We're not sponsored by this. I never want to be sponsored by anything. But if I was sponsored, I'm saying if I was, quote unquote, the word if, I would rather want to be sponsored by these guys. They make good shit. Moving on.
I opened the door and I prepared for the worst. But just like that, he was gone. I stepped outside and I swore I saw something out of the corner of my eye. I told Leslie to go back inside and grab the .45 and to sit in our room on the bed and wait for me. I looked all around for the man, and I was yelling at him and telling him to show himself. That's when it hit me. I looked over to my left and I saw that our shed that we don't even use, the side door was wide open. I ran over to the shed and I started hearing noises inside, almost like somebody was moving stuff around. The light was off and I couldn't see a thing. I didn't say anything because I didn't want him to know I was right there. I was going to wait for him to come out, but something got a hold of me inside and I couldn't hold back. I was so pissed off that he was scaring Leslie and him disturbing our night. I was genuinely infuriated. I wasn't going to let him get away with this, even if my life depended on it. I slowly but surely made my way to the door, and I was almost inside now. I took one more step, and now I was directly in the door frame, with my other leg behind me still touching the grass outside. I looked inside, and the noise stopped. He must have heard me or noticed me somehow. I went to turn on the light, but of course the light bulb was out because it wasn't turning on. That's when things went from horrible to much, much worse.
Ow!
Out of nowhere, I heard the man start running towards me, and I stepped back, and I couldn't believe it, but I accidentally pulled the trigger.
Oh!
I stood still in disbelief as I couldn't believe what I just did. I didn't hit him, but I'm saying it didn't even seem to scare him. He continued running at me, and I hadn't pumped the shotgun yet after shooting it. At this point, I was probably 10 feet away from the shed, and there he was. We were staring right at each other. I pointed the gun at him, and I told him to leave or I was going to kill him. "Do it then. You won't kill me. You're a coward." Then he proceeded to call me every name in the book. Then that's when the police sirens came about in the mere distance, and he knew he was done for. I looked at him with a deceiving smile, and I dropped my shotgun as he tried to run away. I tackled him to the ground, and I put him in a full Nelson, and I held him there until the cops arrived on scene, and I let them do their thing. I'm glad Leslie called the police. I was hoping that's what she was doing because I didn't tell her to. Everything happened so fast, and I was worried she wasn't going to call them, considering the last 3 times they showed up 30 minutes late each time. Anyways, we're worried that he's going to come back. We have a restraining order on him, but obviously, there's really nothing stopping him from coming back if he really wanted to.
True.
When he gets out of jail, that is. Or maybe he already is out of jail, I don't know. All I know is that if he does come back, his ass is mine, and next time I won't be so nice.
Yeah, you got
Family comes first, and I won't let anything get in the way of that.
You know what you do? Next time he comes back? Oh, no, you say, oh, no, that was a warning shot. That was a warning shot. Whenever you're lucky, it missed you. Because the bullet almost killed you as you were running towards me.
First place.
Had I aimed it at you? Willingly? Your ass would have been butt fucked. For life, because you'd be dying on the spot. The cops ain't gonna fucking arrest you. You're dead. They can't arrest a dead person, can they? Right, guys? They can't arrest shit. The best way they can deem his death by being death. Here we go. Here's the funny part. Death by dumbass. Death by being a fucking quote-unquote dumbass.
Leslie and I are trying to move, but it's a lot easier said than done. She spent just about all of her savings on the down payment of this place, so we're going to have to hang tight for a while.
You may now enter the classroom. I told her she didn't have to come. It's better this way too.
Okay, guys.
I don't need her here. So
Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about all the wait and shit. It's the fact I got food, I got this video, I got family members. Other than that, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that notification bell to always be notified. Please to always be notified of any new uploads to the channel. Also, if you don't mind, please follow me on Twitch, TikTok. Yeah. I do daily skits on my TikTok, and I do from time to time fucking gameplays on my Twitch. Those gameplays are also posted on this channel. So, yeah. As always, guys, like, subscribe, smash the notification button. Please come watch us. We do skits, reaction, and gameplays. So, anyways, Twizzle!
I really appreciate you coming today.